The issue that I have, and it's an issue that's going to be brought up here in the next few weeks, few days, and few months, is one thing and one thing only. What took place yesterday was heartbreaking in Uvalde, Texas. And if you haven't watched it or you don't know anything about it, you definitely been sleeping on the rock. Um, what took place yesterday, and I want to touch base on this. What's up, D'Artagnan? That's my boy right there. Former KC Unite, current UC, which is Cincinnati. Just for all you guys want to know, Bearcat. He's going to wreak some havoc this year. Keep an eye on him. Guarantee you that. But it's something that I want to touch base on that I don't like, but I'm going to because it simply needs to be addressed. What took place yesterday should have never took place. Let's just be honest. It should have never took place. And here's why. And hear me out. I'm not going to play the left. I'm not going to play the right. This country as a whole, and I've been censored before. I'm probably going to be censored again for the next few days, I'm sure, for the next few months, years. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. But what took place yesterday, first and foremost, is my thoughts and my condolences and my prayers goes out to the entire all the families, all the friends, the entire school, the entire community, and to the state of Texas. That should have not happened. I'm not going to sit here and point fingers. It is the, it is the governor's fault, Governor Abbott. It's the law enforcement's fault. It's the left, the right. It's the school's fault. Stuff like that. I'm not. We as a country, hear me out. We as a country let them down. Point blank. We as a country has let this younger generation, this up and coming generation, kids should not. I mean, I personally don't remember at all going to school and being literally scared out of my pants if I'm going to go home the following day at 3 o'clock. I never had that situation. Yeah, football practice. Well, I mean, people are gonna sit there. Well, yeah, it's football. That's nothing. Okay, so it's hot. You'll be fine. No big deal. I'm talking legit. Never went to school at 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Kissed my parents goodbye, thinking in my mind, crap, I might not come home. I never thought that. Never in a million years would I ever imagine that. I'm 34. I left elementary school in 2000. I left middle school in 2003, graduated in 2006. So it's been a minute, to say the least. It's been a minute. And I'm not going to ramble, but I'm going to put into perspective. Even since 2000, 22 years later, when I left elementary school, we're talking elementary school. We're not talking middle. We're not talking anything. High school, elementary, kindergarten, pre-K, depends on the outcome, depends on the school system, how they have it. Pre-K at very best to the fifth grade, sixth grade in some states. Was it 4 or 5 year old kids till what, 12, 11, 13 years old? What took place yesterday should have not happened. If you're on the live stream, if you're on Twitter, feel free to let me know. But my question is this to the country of the United States of America. I don't care if you're Democrat and I don't care if you're Republican. You can be independent, you can be libertarian. You can be agnostic, you can be a Christian, you can be a Catholic, you can be a Mormon, you can be an atheist. I don't give a rat's rear end what you are. Because at the end of the day, we as a country, let them down in the story. What has changed? What has changed? Never in my right mind should anybody send their kid to school. Never in their right mind should they send their kid to school and pray they come back the next day or the next few hours or next day, depends on the situation. I don't know, whatever. College, I guess. But the point of the matter is this: we got to do better. There's got to be a change. I'm not asking the guns to be put away because I don't. But what I meant saying is it's best that we get a protocol in place, that we put it a legit background. Who can get it? Who cannot? I'm not going to say the story because, of course, I don't like to say stories without facts, and I know a lot of that people don't grasp that mentality, and it's kind of sad. They just want to start rambling off stuff when they have no idea what the crap they're talking about, and that is false, and that's fake news. But what I do know and what is real is this, and then we're going to move on, is what has changed from my sixth grade year in elementary school. What has changed? Nothing. Because let's summarize this real quick. I never went to school. My siblings never went to school. A lot of people I know never went to school. And we hope that that we were going to see our parents at 3 o'clock. We would never thought that in our minds. 22 years later, crashing to the ground. We as a country need to do better. I'm calling out the politicians, whether you're Republican, whether you're Democrat. It's time to pull up your pants. It's time to figure out a plan, and it's time to put it into place. That's what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, guess what? We're going to continue. We're going to continue to have my condolences. Moment of silence. And Steve Kerr, the head coach of Golden State, nailed it to the T. And I applaud him for his press conference. We as a country should not have to continue to apologize. And I'm not at this point. Someone told me earlier, well, it's a certain president. At this point, I don't care. I don't care. We as a country failed those 14, 19 kids and those two teachers. Why haven't we got an idea? And if people want to sit here and point fingers, that's cool. But it's going to happen again. It's just going to get worse if we don't fix the issue. And on top of that, guess what? The next generation comes through. We've got to fix the issue. Hopefully somebody's got the issue. Hopefully somebody's got the issue fixed. Because it's sad to know that this young generation is literally scared to death to go to school. I watched a video this morning. A 7-year-old kid calling his buddies. And summarizing it is practically saying, hey, whatever the kid's name was. I'm not going to say it because a lot of issues, but whatever the kid's name was, hey, did you watch the news? These kids got killed. And some teacher did too. And then about 5 minutes later, after he talks to his buddy, he then says, I'm scared to go to school. Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. Welcome to the new America. Welcome to the new America. We got kids being scared to go to school. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. But anyway, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the families affected, the school district affected, the town of Uvalde. in the state of Texas, and we got to do better, guys. We got to do better, and I'll have a special guest on later in the summer month, and we'll get down to business. But when there's a massacre to this degree, I firmly believe politics should not be discussed, and the family should be well respected, and the victims. So we will we'll take it from there. But my thoughts and prayers goes to everyone involved, and yeah, that's all I got on that.